What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and we're here for episode 5 of Madden 22 Pink Slips. I see it. I see the comments. I see the tweets, everything, Discord. People just keep hitting up, when's the next Pinks? When's the next Pinks? It's infectious. It is infectious, and I hope that this series continues to entertain you guys. It's fun for me to get in and record it. And again, I appreciate I've had people like sharing my videos on Twitter and stuff like that, trying to get the word out that we're doing something pretty fun over here. So, you know, whether it works or not, I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for clicking on the video. And let's keep rocking and rolling here. So we're here for episode 5, and we kind of left last episode with the biggest moment so far here in Pink Slips for The Rock and his Houston Texans. We talked about how this series is on YouTube for The Rock to achieve the American dream, to start from Cupcake Squad and to make it into some sort of contender. And what did we do last week? Well, we just went ahead and smoked the Dolphins. Plus 20. We spun the wheel. We have plus 20 worth of upgrades. I left the question to you guys. What combination of players are we going to go out and get? There were some big names. Some really big names involved. Not Russell Wilson. I wish it was. But there were scenarios where we could have got DK Metcalf. There were scenarios where we can get Deion Jones at linebacker. He's a beast. Jeremy Chin at free safety. We have L'Jarius Sneed, Naheem Hines, a bunch of different options. I get a bunch of different suggestions. And I just figured because we're out the gate, I'm going to go with the most popular. That is strictly the only reason. There was like 5 or 6 really good suggestions. I was impartial either way. So I just literally figured I'd go with the one with the most likes. Because I assume people that are liking that are also liking the video, so I trust what you guys think. I trust what you believe in, and here is going to be our upgrade. So here is the trade that was the top voted in the comments, and I like it, man. I think that, you know, while maybe the splash of getting a DK Metcalf or something like that could be massive for the squad, we'd also be getting rid of Devontae Smith. I kind of want to play with Devontae Smith. So this trade will have us sending team captain, 75 overall, Devondre Campbell, 67 overall, Freddie Swain, makes me a little sad, he's Florida Gator, and 67 overall, normal dev guard, Michael Dieter. And we're going to be adding in Solomon Kindley on the offensive line, 70 with a star dev, he's only 24, a great young lineman with a dev trait that we can pair with Niang, who has a dev trait that we can pair with Ben Barch, who has a dev trait that we can pair with Austin Jackson, who has a dev trait, so it really does kind of fill out the offensive line just a little bit there. Gives us a great baseline. We're going to throw in Devin Duvernay at wide receiver. 72 with that star dev, brings lots of speed, very much a pink slip style wide receiver. 93 speed, 91 acceleration, 85 catching, 82 spec catch, 87 agility. You know, he's dangerous with the ball. Look at, like, those are ball carry. Like, that's a guy that returns kicks. Okay, very good wide receiver. Instantly wide receiver 3, throw him right up there with Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins. And the big addition is getting Deion Jones. Debo, 87, star dev, only 26, still got his best football ahead of him. Is a scheme fit, pass cover linebacker. Hopefully be able to help not user. You know, hopefully adding someone like this to our defense is going to help control the middle of the field. If I have to just suck it up and start using a linebacker, though, this is absolutely a guy that I want to utilize. Very good speed, 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 89 pursuit when he's not feeling down in the dumps, 84 hit power, the zone coverage, 83. The man coverage is 72 catching, 85 jumping. He is really, you know, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast of a linebacker. New team captain. Welcome to Pink Slips, Deion Jones, Devin Duvernay, and Solomon Kindley. I am still waiting for one time I line up these trades and, like, The Rock denies it. He goes, no, don't agree with that. Get another option. But this one was accepted. Okay, 2 little pieces of housekeeping that I want to kind of get in here before we figure out this episode. We have 3 games. There's always going to be one episode that was going to include the bye week, so you're only really getting 2 games. So we're not going to shortchange anybody. We're going to just act as this bye week is straight up our sim game. So we have the Titans and the Jets. One of them will be play the moments. One of them will be actually hopping in on the sticks. Get at least kind of skewed in our favor to hopefully win a player or 2. I have also been reading through the comments about scoring and different suggestions for scoring. I'm always open to it, even though Pink Slips tried, tested, and true over the last couple years. We can always tweak it a little bit. So I put it up, C4. I've adjusted the scoring yet again. We've already added this year scoring for lots of TFLs, lots of PBUs. It makes sense. Someone else hit me with a suggestion. C4, why aren't we rewarding gongs? Getting the gongs. A punt. Now, this is where it gets a little dicey, because when we're playing, we'll know, because I edited into the video what a gong is. A gong is a punt that is within the 10 yards and beyond. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, right to the goal line. That's a gong. In Madden, they only calculate punts that are within the 20. So if we want to properly calculate this from a sim standpoint, we're not actually in the game. I'm thinking 2 gongs equals half a star. And if we're just looking at in the 20, it has to be 4 punts. 4 punts within the 20 will count as 2 gongs. Like 2 in the 20 is 1 gong. Does that make sense? And 2 gongs gives you score. And then if we're actually playing, and we know that if we're actually getting, we're not just punting, they're getting at the 19 or the 18, we're barely cheesing it. We're getting gongs. We're dropping this on the 5-yard line, the 4-yard line. All right? It's going to be a fluid scoring that's going to change based upon whether we're playing or whether we're simming. But I think a gong is a gong, and a gong is great for scoring. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. If we're playing, we'll calculate the gongs. If we're simming, because I can't trust the sim, and a punt within the 20 shows up, that could be within 19 yards or 2 yards, we'll have to just double it from a sim standpoint. So I don't want to cheese it, but I do think gongs make sense for scoring, but also doesn't really make sense to just have scoring for when we're playing and not be able to potentially get that while we're simming. Someone also suggested that we add some sort of bonus if we have a player of the week performance. I agree. Don't really know, though, what we should have. I'm thinking could just be like an attribute boost. Something where it's like, all right, you get a player of the week. You can have 3 points or something like that to apply to the player. So, like, if I have, well, unfortunately, I don't have anybody. But let's look at our roster. Plus, we got those brand new players. Let's see how they fit. For a suggestion here, let's say Quez has another 3-sack game, right? And he gets defensive player of the week in the AFC. I will then have 3 points. 3 attribute points that I can apply to Quez anywhere. I don't know why I came up with 3. If that's too much, let me know. Help me refine out this new suggestion and implementation to pink slips. I'm just saying if I have 3, I'd be like, hey, there, let's give him +3 tackle or something like that. I'll give him an overall boost and reward a player that's getting offensive or defensive player of the week. And then that kind of spirals into the offseason if we have award winners and stuff like that. But we'll leave that to a little bit later in the season. Right now, for your input for this video, what should we do for player of the week performances? Should it be something like just a +1, +2, +3, up to a +5? Let me know what you guys are saying in the comments. Let's look at our team real quick with our new additions, and then let's get going, man. We're almost 4 minutes in. Don't want to hold you up too much. So we have Solomon Kinley. We're going to shift him over to right guard just so we can maximize our offensive line here. And I actually like it. It's one of those things no one really wants to spend points on offensive line. For how difficult it's been for us running the ball, maybe we should be more open-minded to it. But, the fact that we have, Jackson, Ben Barch, Kinley, and Yang all on the rookie contracts, all with dev trades, high ceilings. We might be able to just grow and develop these guys and kind of kick the can down the road on investing or reinvesting anyways in the offensive line. We're going to put Parham back at tight end. I don't know why that keeps shifting. We have Devin Duvernay now at wide receiver 2. I think what I am going to do, though, is I want him to be the slot guy because he's so dangerous with the ball in his hands. I want to be able just to, throw those checkdowns, let him make a lot happen after the catch, whereas with Smith and much more so Quez Watkins, we just want to utilize him as a deep threat. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we got old Deion Jones coming into the middle of the defense. We're going to make sure he is a team captain. I suppose we probably could reevaluate our team captains at this point. I mean, you look on the defensive side of the ball, what do we got? We got Zach Bond even a team captain? He's not. He's a little bit on the lower end. We have Quez is a team captain. Deion Jones is a team captain. Quentin Dunbar is a team captain. And you flow on the offensive side. I actually think right now with how there's a lot of questions going on in the comment section about whether or not Nick Foles should remain our QB. Should we look at RG3? Should we give Eason the starting opportunity? I think at least with all these moves potentially happen, I'm going to go down to Duvernay. And for the time being, Devin Duvernay is going to be taking over Nick Foles' spot as our team captain. Devontae Smith is a team captain. Tariq Cohen is currently a team captain. I'm almost thinking we're not at risk of losing any players until we hit that 75 overall threshold. It gives us a little bit of breathing room. I almost think for how they're playing, Quez Watkins is more valuable than Tariq Cohen. But that is for another argument to be had. Let's get into the season. Let's get into the episode and figure out who we're playing between the Titans and the Jets. I'm quickly here looking at just the two teams, the Jets and the Titans. Who is the best? Like Peyton Turner glitch picture. Awesome. This game's launched already. But Nico Collins is a really good wide receiver. Very interested in adding someone like Nico Collins to the squad as we go up just a little bit higher. You know, Jerry Tillery, sure, could get him on the defensive line. Gabriel Davis, Javonte Williams, that's getting a little bit up there, but if you told me right now I could upgrade Javonte Williams and just move on from Tariq Cohen, I would most likely do that. Darnell Mooney fits the mantra of a pink slips wide receiver, so there's definitely some guys on the Titans. Taking a look at the Jets, what do we got here? For picks between the high 60s, mid 70s at best. Tryon, rookie, edge rusher, could be interesting. Definitely not getting Nate Gary. 100% would not be making that move. Deontay Harris, a little bit pink slippy, right? Burgess has a dev trade at free safety. There could Paris Campbell's a fun pink slips wide receiver. Zaven Collins, rookie linebacker. I mean, even though we just did get Deion Jones, could get creative. Najee Harris, Greg Newsome. Oh, I definitely think the Jets are looking like the team that we want to play, but they're also going to be more difficult because they get Aaron Rodgers. I think we're going to play the full game against the Jets. We're going to sim against the Titans. Let's give the Titans some hell. All right, so you can see our team overall is climbing up, 68, not too bad. Titans are at 83, which is one of the highest rated teams we've played so far. They have Khalil Mack and Honey Badger as their two superstar X Factors. Kevin Byard, Dak Prescott, Johnny Hecker, just booting them. How does he have a picture? He's been a superstar for like the last 4 months. Give him a cut. Give him a nice little PNG in the game. This is going to be a very tough game. And, you know, this has been an inconsistent hot and cold sim team. First episode we did, we were simming. Garbage team against teams way better, and it was very close. We were almost winning games. We won a couple games in the preseason, simming, even though that's a little bit different, right? And then the last episode, every time we simmed, you know, the last 2 episodes for the most part, we've been getting absolutely smoked and kind of performing as expected. So, I mean, my expectations for this game, yeah, 14-0 in the first quarter. You know, when you're doing a rebuild or a series where you're doing like a fantasy draft out the get, it's tough. And you see an 83, like a lot of teams are pretty much all the same kind of overall. You reset the league. 83 is a little bit on the high end. So that means Tennessee drafted particularly well. And I guess we could just be happy that we're getting a couple touchdowns here. Offense having a little bit of momentum that we can carry into the next week. 42, we get rocked though. 42-14. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdowns, 91% completion percentage. No turnovers for Nick Foles. Look, we were even throwing out the trick pass. But for us, Nick Foles, I mean, again, I think that's okay enough to hold on to his job. I don't have necessarily the longest leash, I think would be the fairest thing to say for Nick Foles. I want to play with Nick Foles, but also I know that probably RG3 suits my skill set, how I play quarterback man just a little bit better. But that's not enough to bench him. He actually, you know, had a stellar game. I'm willing to give Nick Foles this episode, maybe another episode. And then we kind of do, you know, what teams would do when you have like that young quarterback. Maybe not necessarily like a first round pick, but you know, there'll be teams that have that veteran and they bring in like a second or third. I kind of think like if the Texans didn't have Deshaun Watson, but they still got Davis Mills in like the second or third round or whatever the hell they did, they'd probably have a veteran play. And then like when the season was completely over, they would see what they had in the backup quarterback. They'd throw Mills in for the last couple weeks. Maybe that's what we do here with Nick Foles. I don't know. 53 yards, Tariq Cohen. Nick Foles did have a fumble. That's not great. 7 catches, 59 yards, a touchdown for Parham. Made him the starter just this week. I'm happy seeing that. 39 yards, touchdown for Devontae Smith. Voshawn Joseph, 8 tackles. Where's Deion Jones? Debut performance, only 5 tackles. I'd like to see something a little bit better. Chad Thomas got a sack. Hopefully these stats don't reset because that is a known bug in offline franchise mode. But if they do, you know, maybe this is a game that can be stricken from the record books given our performance. Jets are also really good. 83 overall. We know they got Aaron Rodgers, Chris Godwin, Chase Young as their superstars. So, got to work out for us. Need White Lightning to shut down Chris Godwin. Hey, I'd love to see Solomon Kinley have a nice day against, you know, hit him with the Mick Foley. Have a nice day against Chase Young. And let's hope Aaron Rodgers maybe this week might look a little bit different from a gear standpoint. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm wearing out that Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, 2 wrestling references in one preview. That Stone Cold Steve Austin double knee brace, because we know Quiddy Pay, we know he likes to target, and that's where he's going. Man, every time I see Nick Foles walking out here, I'm always like, I just get confidence. There's something about me being an Eagles fan, when you see Nick Foles come out, back against the wall, all odds against him, you just know he's going to find a way to pull it out. And it's going to take him a very long time. to pull it out, given what we know about him. If you know what I'm saying. So let's go, man. Big time dub. And I'm hoping for Nick Foles that he can do enough in this episode to kind of, you know, fend off the naysayers that are saying we should make a QB switch. Oh my God, Quiddy Pay just blows up. Why is it still so dark? It must. I upped the brightness in the game. I've always thought that it was just looking a little dark, so I upped the brightness a little bit. It's always dark in the stadium. I like that that's, I guess, realistic. That it's a little bit darker in a dome, but still a little dark, man. At least we know Quiddy Pay's feeling it. He likes the shadows. He likes operating within the shadows. He uses that advantage over the guards. Tackles to try to stop him. He's so quick. Hand fighting. He's like Aaron Donald, you know, with the knives, where he's like working on the knife. That's what Quiddy Pay does. And the fact that it's so, you got the shades going on here. We're playing in the shade. Hey, no one is fading from heat stroke in this stadium with all the shade that's around. It's also just a little bit darker when you're watching as a viewer and me playing this game. We're getting cooked. We are getting absolutely cooked right now. No pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Has got home, so he's sitting there comfortable. He's got into his X factor, which I'm pretty sure means I'm just gonna drop a pick. Well, my guys do that anyways, so that's actually probably a good week to have that as your X factor ability, because my guys are just dropping any and every pick that's coming in their direction. I don't think we have one user pick so far here, and that's fine. It's only a matter of time till White Lightning gets his. There we go. That should be a nice TFL. Good stand. 3rd and 6. Bend, don't break. Whole new field goal here. Quiddy Pay. Don't like that he's dropping back into coverage. So we're going to audible real quick. It doesn't matter. Just unreal route. Paris Campbell can't run routes like that. Ask any Colt fan. They go to what? Fullback dive. Ben Mace is the rookie out of Michigan. Okay, they saw the Tebow tape. They know that we like to utilize fullback dive. Show out not the expert. Bringing back fullbacks. So Conner out the backfield. Beautiful. First down of the game. All right, we got Duvernay at the top B. Maybe get the new guy involved. Quez, Watkins, Devontae Smith on the left hand. Oh, it's a hell of a route. Hell of a route and a first down. Devontae Smith. Oh my God, tight end's wide open. Kale warning. Let's go. I'm going to pronounce his name wrong every time. That's my goal. Kale warning with the big time catch. 2nd and 9. Let's go. Look at Nick. Look at Nick moving out of the pocket. Late read, late throw, but still gets some good yardage there. He's 5 of 5. He's perfect on the day. He hears all the boo birds. He's used to playing in Philly. He knows people are doubting him, but he knows right now on 3rd and 3, he's going to go Devontae Smith and get a touchdown. That's what he knows. That's what he knows. Devontae Smith. Shit. I'm going to fix his number. I have a list of everything that when I read the comments, I take notes. And one of the things is fix the numbers. And I didn't fix the numbers, man. I'll do that after this episode. 100%. Promise. Everyone, that's anyone, will have the right number. So we're nearing the end of the first quarter, and neither quarterback has yet to miss a throw. I think Nick Foles. Oh! Right on cue! Go! Go, Watkins! This is one full start. Defensive. Oh, let's go. I was going to say Nick Foles 6 of 6. Aaron Rodgers was 5 of 5. Jalen Hawkins, our leading tackler, got a forced fumble in the last episode at a Cal. Look, that's just miscommunication. I thought that was his X Factor. Was he not his X Factor? He must have just lost it because he had that drop pick. Maybe that's why I thought he could throw something like that. Let's go! Oh, all right. Get another one. Oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? Sack fumbles. That's if we win. If we win this game, this is like shaping up for a 5-star. Defensive touchdown is worth 1 star, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, and that's gonna look stupid. It's gonna age well. But that's our 2nd defensive touchdown. Wow. Maybe it's the home field advantage. We have all the things ticking out there for the Houston Texans home field advantage for as long as they know football's here. This is their last year, so any home game in Houston is absolutely bumping. But unreal, man. I don't even know who got that sack. Wasn't Quiddy Pay? Might have been Zach Bond. No, it's Nitrell Jamerson, the safeties, back-to-back plays.
Mine.
Oh! What? I look like that might have hit the ground, but yeah, another safety on Bush. I got 3 safeties playing a nickel. And they're all so far. That stance, they've literally in almost back 3 drives in a row. There you go, Cohen, tough catch. Next couple guys miss, gets up to the 1-yard line. Could it be Tebow time? I think it might be. Tim Tebow got 2 touchdowns last episode, and I didn't give him any credit in the scoring for it. I was like Madden, and the stats were reset. Let's see if we can get him another 2. You're not stopping him, man. He's a fucking freight train. This is embarrassing. Did someone shift the difficulty to all rookie? Where's C4 throwing 9 picks? It must be something with the home field advantage that's just absolutely overpowered when you're going against AI, because we've had all of our abilities. So maybe it's like the Colts game, where literally I couldn't do a damn thing. Maybe something like that's been applied and they dumbed down the I don't know, but I'm happy with it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Come on. Come on. All right. Well, then, you know, they still got Aaron Rodgers, Najee Harris. They got good players. That's just, you know, literally, I don't think even I can fuck this up. 3rd and 8. I mean, would they even go? Oh, they're going to... Watkins! Shit. So our team has actually been thriving in nickel. So I think that's not officially our base, and I have been asking you guys playbooks and stuff like that. Oh, wow. And I haven't really tinkered too much with it. I've seen, like, there's just no consistency. People are like, hey, run the Saints playbook, run this playbook, run the Jags playbook. And I've yet to, I don't know, find what I want to do. But what I do know for sure is I want to just run heavy nickel on defense. And we give them enough yardage there to kick a garbage field goal. Enjoy it. I don't care. I'm going to give you the chance, so I'm going to skip this one because I hate everything about field goals. If you want to go for the touchdown, it was a fake. 3rd and 10. Bombs. Bombs are coming. Bombs are here comes. Sweaty bombs are coming. Big time sack Montez. Sweat. All right. Maybe the Jets are going to give it to us in the second half. Who knows? Oh, no. No! Okay. That was a hell of a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scrambling out of the pocket. No pressure got there. And Chris Godwin's just like, I'm so much better than anyone on the back end of this defense. Good play. Oh, my God. 3rd and long. As you can see by the little meter at the top, Jets have momentum right now. Actually, hell of a play. Jamerson again. 3rd and 3. Nice TFL. Our safeties are playing very well. They are in field goal range, but a field goal is least of our worries. Give it to him. Quiddy Pay, get home. 72's had a hell of a game. They have kind of like double team Quiddy Pay a little bit. I have not sniffed Aaron Rodgers. I don't even know what, I couldn't tell you what perfume he's wearing. Let's bring a little blitz here. Goal line. They're probably going to want to use Najee, especially with the turnovers there in Rodgers. Come on. There we go. Good tackle. He probably should. I thought he would have got that. That was a light box. Look at that. We're the worst in turnovers. We got 3 today. Happy with that. Let's bring blitz. At least a little bit of a blitz. Who's it? White? Okay, they're audible in. I don't like anything of this. I'm just going to go back to Quiddy Pay. He needs to win. Got pressure. Yes! The pressure got there with Quiddy Pay. Chad Thomas, who's one of our most underrated players, gets the sack. And we hold him to a field goal. That is a big win for the Texans defense. Okay, big play. Come on. 2nd and 10. Oh. Oh, Quez! Go. That's the best sub 70 overall wide receiver in Madden 22. Go get him. Go get him on your franchise. Not gonna cost you arm and leg to trade for him. He's unstoppable. Best guy, best wide receiver with the last name Watkins in the NFL. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Quiddy Pay. Drop it back into coverage. Makes the clean technical tackle. We'll force a punt. I say that. They're going for it. 4th and 5. This is, I will say, this is the one other thing that makes playing on All-Pro a little bit better this year, is that one of the worst things about All-Pro in previous Maddens is like they never went for it. They were never aggressive, and at least they've definitely toned it. Oh my God, the disrespect! Oh no. Oh no, Najee Harris heating up. Oh yeah, it's pretty beastly of a touchdown, breaking through tackles. Quiddy Pay. They're not going away. They're going to try to go for 2 to make it a field goal game. Let's not let them do that. Okay, I definitely don't feel great with the Quiddy Pay in coverage. Where's Deion Jones? Miscommunication. That's as easy as you're going to get. 3-point game. Ooh, Cohen. Okay. Especially if we can keep doing that on the ground, I'm going to be the biggest win possible. 2 clock is on. All right, we got 3rd and 4. 1st down. It's for sure over. Boring. Hey, we'll just take that. There we go. I'm not going to be overly aggressive. Let's just take the win, not put the ball in harm's way, and see whatever the scoring is. I don't want to try to force scoring, end up having a fumble, pick, anything stupid like that. There you have it. That's our biggest victory. Like, that's the victory. Like, that game, I felt for sure we were going to choke that. And we still, man, look, everyone's happy. That's what's wrong with football in 2021. Participation awards everywhere. But the Texans have endured a phenomenal, maybe all-time-esque first-half defensive performance has helped us secure the 35-32 victory. It's time to calculate. Maybe there's a 5-star, maybe not, but we're getting a good player either way. This is great news. It's a great day to be a fan of Pink Slips, to be a fan of the Houston Texans. We won the game. 1 star. Right on the opening menu. We won the turnover battle, which is worth a 1/2 star. 3 turnovers from the Jets. Not great. Going to a team performance. Not the greatest performance from the QB, from the running backs, but we did get 100 receiving yards with Quez Watkins. That is worth a 1/2 star. So we're sitting on 2. Going to the defense. Nothing for TFLs, nothing for sacks, even though Jamerson, hell of a game. We had 2 interceptions, 1 for Hawkins, 1 for Deion Bush. 2 picks combined, 1 star. And then we had what is known as the best scoring in Pink Slips. 2 defensive touchdowns. Each defensive touchdown is worth 1 star. It's one of the most valuable scores because it's so rare. It's so uncommon. We got 2 of them. We got a 5-star performance. Let's go get the wheel. So last time we spun the wheel, we got the +20, which I would say, I mean, there's really good ones. I don't really think there's any that's the best, but let's have a little fun here, man. I'll take any of these ones because I know back-to-back spin the wheels. Muting that. People might say it was cheesy, but you see that game? That was not a cheesy game. We barely got that win. And it's a dev boost. Nice. That means any player on the team gets a dev trait boost. I'm sure I'm going to let you guys vote on that. Just let's see. Let's at least get some candidates, some prime candidates for a dev trait increase. There's gonna be 2 questions that we're gonna finish this video off, and if you guys just, because I will explain it, but like the last video, I'll just leave a big comment, like kind of laying out everything, the cost of everything, and I'll leave suggestions for our dev trade increase. But first thing is first, let's see how we can spend that plus 10 that we got for the 5-star victory over the Jets. Here is my short list, and I'll tell you what they're going to cost. So first, we have Najee Harris. We know the dev trade. If you don't know the dev trade, it's not silver, it's not red. It only is going to cost us 1 point to upgrade from Tariq Cohen to Najee Harris. I think that's very valuable. But again, it's all up to you guys for the balance. If you think me getting another superstar player like that, well, actually we don't have one yet, but getting a superstar player is too cheesy for year 1, by all means, I want this series to go the way you guys want it to go. But I'm just saying, superstar running back for a +1 over Cohen, and it's Najee Harris, pretty fun running back to use. I'm just laying that out there. The next upgrade on the offensive side of the ball is Gerald Everett. It is going to cost us 9 points to bring in Gerald Everett. He's an interesting option. 27, 77 with a star dev. Good athlete, fits the pink slips mold of a tight end of being a receiver first. If you want to show a little love on the offensive line, we can quickly show Solomon Kinley, who we won the last episode, out the door, and bring in Chris Lindstrom, 24, 80 star dev. That would cost us 9 points as well. So both of these first 2 options would pair nicely with a Najee Harris. Now, all of the upgrades that I'm going to show you are on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to start way back on the back end first, and we have Terrell Burgess, who's a 75. I'm not going to spend that skill point. Might cheese just a little bit there. 75 star dev. It's going to cost us 9 points to upgrade to Burgess. And I will just say, man, we just saw on full display, we're getting this opportunity for the +10 because of the work of our current safeties. Might not have great ratings, but they've been playing very well. But it's an upgrade I want to mention nonetheless. In the secondary, this is a juicy one. Greg Newsome, the rookie, in real life rookie of the Browns. He's a 77 star. It would only cost us 2 points to upgrade current team captain Quentin Dunbar to Greg Newsome. So that's a cheap, big-time upgrade for the defense side of the ball. Get a guy that can clearly develop into a long-term corner. Linebacking core. We have Zaven Collins, another rookie, 70, I don't even know what that rating. I think he's 75 star. I wrote him down as a 75 star. It cost us 8 points to go with our linebacker too, so we keep Deion Jones. We'd be able to trade +8 to get Zaven Collins, and then we can move into one of the outside linebacker spots. Kind of low-key like that switch because we need a lot of help at right outside linebacker. But it is a +8, so I mean, if you want to pair on the defense, you could pair this with a Najee Harris. Or you could pair this with a Greg Newsome and fill out the max 10 there and get 2 young rookies that are going to be cornerstones for our defense. Here are the big ones. And in both these, what I'm going to finish, involve Kwity Paye. I love Kwity Paye, but I'd be trying to hide how the sausage is made if I did not highlight that we could move on and get an upgrade from Kwity Paye, much like I did the last episode with Devontae Smith to DK Metcalf. So we have Montez Sweat here, who's maybe the most pink slippy defensive end to ever enter the league. It would cost us +6 to upgrade from Kwity Paye to Montez Sweat. 91 speed, 93 acceleration. I mean, yeah, he's friggin' terrifying, and he'd be really good user. Or we can get Chase Young. We can use all 10 of our points, and I'm not spending those points. They're not getting counted in the score. 77 Kwity Paye to get 87 Chase Young. I mean, we talk about splash moves. This is a splash move. Might not be the best move, might not be the way to spend all the points and improve the team like we did with our last 5-star win, but it's Chase Young, one of the most dominant edge play like that. There you go. You want to see a lot of Chase Young gameplay because that's the only guy I'm going to use. But again, like Devontae Smith last episode where he could go to DK Metcalf. I'm a big fan of DK Metcalf. We'd be losing Kwity Paye. But I also think that Chase Young probably after a game or 2 would make us forget about Kwity Paye. So those are all your options. And this is where it gets a little tricky because we have that dev trade increase. We might want to cash in one of those dev trade increases on one of these players. So we will say, I think for the sake of this episode, unless you pair your pink slips winning, like whatever player you want, with your suggestion for your dev trade, including that player, but let's just do that. If you think you want to use one of our dev trade upgrades on a player that we're going to be acquiring from the Jets, also make that known in your comments. But let me know what players we're getting, and now let's figure out what player is going to get his dev trade increase from that spin the wheel. So memes aside, if you don't want one of the dev traits to go with a player that you're suggesting win, I think Devontae Smith is clear top dog, at least on the offensive side of the ball, to get a dev trait increase. We know it's a star dev, so we can just right out the bat make him a 77 superstar wide receiver. And while we're actually here, I'm going to go in. He's number 6 on the Eagles, number 1 in my heart. But we're going to give him the right number. And yeah, you know, if there's anyone else you want to see, give me the right. I know this is a pet peeve. This is something that I actually couldn't care about, is having the right numbers, but I know a lot of people do feel passionate about that, and I get it. So we got Devontae Smith at number 6. So Devontae Smith, getting him a superstar dev, that is very much an option. I think that's probably the only thing I would worry about on the offense. I don't think having, you know, we could have a superstar on the offensive line. You know, we have Kinley has a dev trait, Barch has a dev trait, Austin Jackson has a dev trait, Niang has a dev trait, and we could just have a young superstar lineman that we just never look at upgrading. We just try to grow and develop him, but I don't think that's the funnest way to do it. We have Quiddy Pay. I mean, we can make him 77 superstar if we want, and not necessarily go down that Montez Sweat, Chase Young route. Or if Chase Young having that superstar is the tiebreaker for adding Quiddy Pay, we could just give Quiddy Pay that superstar and grow and develop him. But again, I'm not trying to talk anybody out of this pay to a Chase Young upgrade. I would love that if that's what the people want. You know, look at the rest. I mean, yeah, no, I don't really think we're at a spot where our team's so bad that we should be looking more at the normals to a star dev. I think we should be trying to get as much as we possibly can. So something like Deion Jones from a star to a superstar would also make a lot of sense on the defensive side of the ball. You could take, again, no one really else in the secondary makes a lot of sense to go up a dev trait. So I think on our roster, if it's not involving someone in the trade, I think Deion Jones, Quiddy Pay, Devontae Smith, those would be the big 3 I would suggest for a dev trade increase. And the more I say that, the more I'm like, maybe it's better going to be spent on one of the players that would be coming in from the Jets. But all on you guys. If you thought I just said a lot of words, I'm going to reply in the comments. The top comment, the pinned comment will show what all of the upgrades will cost and suggestions for the dev traits. You can kind of use that, because I very much will be looking for you guys' suggestions. Get it in as soon as possible, because I want to record. This is going to come up probably just before supper time, and I want to record tonight the next episode of Pink Slips for tomorrow, because I'm loving this series, and we'll sprinkle in some back-to-backs every other week or so. So let me know what we're doing, how we're improving the squad, and I thank you guys very much. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am recording it. Thank you for checking out. As always, hit that subscribe button if it's your first time stopping by. We'd love to hit 150,000 subs before the beginning of kickoff week 1 in a couple weeks here. Hit that like button if you want to figure out a way to support the channel. That's all I need. Thumbs up helps the old Pink Slip series get to the top of the Madden search for people that are just Timmy's or Madden 22. I want to see cool videos. Well, get a lot of likes. They're like, oh, what is this Pink Slips? This looks sick. And they can hopefully enjoy the series as well. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.